Well, hello and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project, where I, the man known as Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time. It's a book by David Foster Wallace, DFW. This is page number 400 and see, we do 14, 15, 16, so page 417, right? Yep, 417. Here we go. Now, American mass entertainment became inherently proactive, consumer-driven, and because advertisements were now out of the televisual question, any halfway sensitive PowerPC CPU could edit out anything shrill or ungratifying in the post-receipt review function of an entertainment diskette. Cartridge production, meaning by now both the satellitic spontaneous dissemination of viewer-selected menu programming and the factory recording of programming on packaged 9.6 megabyte diskettes, so small, available cheap and playable on any CD-ROM equipped system. That doesn't make sense. Yes, cartridge production, though tentacularly controlled by an interlace that had patented the digital transmission process for moving images and had held more stock than any one of the 5 baby bells involved in the internet fiber optic transmission grid brought for 17 cents on the dollar from GTE after Sprint went belly up trying to launch a primitively naked early mask and tableau-less form of videophony, became almost Hobbesian free market. No more network reluctance to make a program too entertaining for fear its commercials would pale in comparison. The more pleasing a given cartridge was, the more orders there were from it from viewers. And the more orders for a given cartridge, the more interlace kicked back to whatever production facility they'd acquired it from. Simple. Personal pleasure and gross revenue looked at last to lie along the same demand curve, at least as far as home entertainment went. Sounds about right. And as Interlace's eventual outright purchase of the network's production talent and facilities of 2 major home computer conglomerates of the cutting-edge Frox 2100 CD-ROM licenses of Apps Inc., of RCA's DSS orbiters and hardware patents, and of the digital-compatible patents of the still needing to come down in price a little technology of HD TV's visually enhanced color monitor with a microprocessed circuitry and 2 times the square root of the area more lines of optical resolution, as those acquisitions allowed Noreen Laceforce's cartridge dissemination network to achieve vertical integration and economies of scale. Viewers' pulse reception and cartridge fees went down markedly. Footnote 165. And then the further increased revenues from consequent increases in order and rental volume were plowed presciently back into more fiber optic intergrid cable laying, into outright purchases of 3 of the 5 baby bells interneted started with, into extremely attractive rebate offers on the new interlace designed RISC footnote 166 grade high-def screen PCs with mimetic resolution cartridge view motherboards, recognizably renamed by Veals Boys in recognition teleputers, or TPs, into fiber-only modems, and of course into extremely high-quality entertainment the viewers could freely desire to choose even more. Footnote 167. But there could be, no ads of any kind in the interlace pulses or ROM cartridges, was the point Hal's presentation kept struggling to return to. And so, then besides, e.g. a Turner who kept litigating bitterly via shortwave radio from his equatorial yacht, the true loser in the shift from... Alrighty, that was page number 4, number 17. Really into the weeds with how the development of internet dissemination technology here, so I hope you enjoyed it. It's just barely recognizable to me, too, so... I mean, it's essentially gibberish because it's a history that didn't happen, and it's Wallace trying to predict the future, essentially, or, satirical view of the future, based on what was happening in, 1994. So, I mean, I again, and I've said this before, I think he's been incredibly, pretty damn prescient in certain aspects, but in others, it's like, oh, yeah, no, that definitely didn't happen like that. So... It's a world without DVDs and iPhones, so how could it, entertainment-wise, just in how we get our entertainment today, how could it match how could the book match what's happening in real life if he didn't predict iPhones and DVDs? So, I mean, it's a future where entertainment is still mailed to your house. So, all right. Have a good night.